Well, today we're gonna be talking about the solar Bimini I put together. Thanks to Peter, who got me some solar panels, and also to Nick, who got me some stainless steel pipes. He got a solar Bimini on his Bertram 42, and I modified it, bended on the dock pilings to make it fit, and make it work. I got here some of the measurements and rough sketches of the project itself. This was back last year, 2024. Actually, that's 2 years ago, 2024. And yeah, it was a heck of a project. Here I got the dimensions on the panels and the rough sketch on the height and the width of the solar Bimini itself. I got it pretty tall from deck so I can actually stand. Obviously, the day I went up to pick up the pipes, it was raining cats and dogs, so I managed to tie them up in the van. But hey, it's free stainless steel. Thank you, Nick, for all the stainless steel pipes for this project. I got the level and the height of the frame itself roughly on these pictures. You can see how it started to square everything out. I caught it right in the dock and bent it in the pilings, and little by little start taking shape. I went back to the front of the boat and the back of the boat, just trying to make it square and looking straight as good as possible. I can do it by hand. But everything started to take shape and start to look pretty damn good, so we keep moving through it. Got some side pipes to it to make it sturdy. I drill holes through the 1.5 by 1.5 angle aluminum pieces. This is where with my solar panels will be sitting at, and very carefully measure and center everything, so the stainless steel pipe will go right through it, and then with U-bolts, stainless steel U-bolts, I will clamp it into position. It took a little bit of figuring out, but it turned out pretty good. The drilling have to be as close to perfect as I could into this. Everything needs to be squared and centered very precisely, so everything will hold on together. And the process was slow, but it was good. See, everything turned out squared, and as you can see, the pipe goes right through it, and everything it's lashed together with the U-bolt. Very sturdy. It turned out pretty good. Little by little, I did 4 of them for the top solar panels. Those are the big ones, and I did another 4 for the side panels that you'll see later down the video, the wings that open up. Now this is a side picture of it, so you can see how it goes right through it and attaches with the U-bolts. As this was kind of time consuming, but I got good results. I don't remember how long it took me to get the whole project done. I think that I was about month to get it done little by little. A lot of runs back to the hardware store. I kind of run short on the angle aluminum pieces, but overall I was pretty happy with it. I was pretty happy. And there's a top view of it. 1 inch also for those, for a 1 inch pipe. So I had to put this together maybe twice, just to make it squared and get all the pieces in. Here I got my solar panels well on deck, and they were driving me nuts just to have them there. I couldn't wait to put them up and all together, because they do nothing just sitting on deck. They sit there for months. The little umbrella on the side is my shade. So those are the top pieces. That's where the solar panels will be sitting at. And you can see how slow the process is. Takes a little of figuring out too, but it came out all right. Now I would have loved to have a better pipe, but this was free materials thanks to Nick that hooked me up with these materials. Otherwise those will be on deck. This is tap and die, because it wasn't sturdy enough. Now I made these panels, these side corners on the Bimini itself. Like you see here, it's just going through and inside this little piece. And those guys here, those are like standing up 1.5 inches, I think they are. And they go from the Bimini all the way to deck. These guys go inside the aluminum into stainless steel. They were not perfect, but close enough. And this will be like extra legs. I was gonna put them down there on the side, but I end up sitting them on the wood, so I can grind my drums, and it turned out pretty good. Here you can see one going from the side all the way to the deck, and makes it a lot more sturdy, because it was kind of flimsy just holding from the handrails. They hold on pretty good on passage, even though it could have been better. I wish it was like the ones I had in the Morgan, but those were like 2-inch pipe and it was welded together. This is all screwed together with fasteners and stuff, and it's not really welded. Here is the 2 solar panels, the big ones on the top. I had to bring friends to help me get them up because they were heavy and they take a lot of windage by myself to get them up there without breaking them. Yeah, weather was not compliant. Is it ever? Never a dull moment. And here are the side wings, and they just open to the sides, and that's the way they go. They just open sideways. I'm calling them wings. So I have roughly 600 watts on the Bimini itself, and these are the bottom pieces that I figure out the angle for the ones that sit on deck. Now this is a side project that sit on deck, and this is the best solution I had for these extra 2 panels. These are this degree of angle is to compensate for the encumber on the deck, to make them sit flat. And these are the sturdiest panels I got on the boat right now. This setup feeds my backup house bank and my engine bank. So in case my Bimini flies away in passage, I will still have some solar power coming in and keeping my instruments and my engine. This is a side view of it, sitting on the encumber, and the angle was superb. It turned out great. All the frame is aluminum, and it goes all the way back and sits just beautifully there. Very sturdy, and this will not fly away because it's so close to the deck. It will never happen. Enough to open the saloon hatch, and sits very flat. Like, I love this setup. Like, if I could get more wattage out of it, it would be amazing. But all I got is like 400 watts out of this, and well, it is what it is. Enough to have a backup just in case the Bimini flies away. Here you can see the windish. "20 knots, 21 knots." And it was not as sturdy without those side things that I did before. What am I gonna call it? Pedestals. Those pipes I put on the side, those help it make it way more sturdy. Still, I can hang out from it, and it will hold my weight. And I weigh about 165 pounds. It's like 25. So it's not too bad. Even so, I have lashed it up together because this was a test, and it was about 25 knots this day. Consecutively, I had a day with 50 knots of wind, and it didn't fly away. So it ain't too bad. It ain't too bad. Cannot complain. So yeah, this is the project. It worked out pretty good. Please remember to subscribe and like